The following may contain strong opinionated views. The views and opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the views or the opinions of any social media or broadcast platform.
Hi, welcome to the Coffee Hour, a show that involves you in verbal interaction. Sports with Brian Camp. So settle in with coffee in hand and enjoy the Coffee Hour. Now here's your host, Frank Allan.
TGIF, thank God it's Friday, and here we are once again. It doesn't even seem like it's been that long, but it has been that long. A week ago, we were right here, and we're back here once again. Thank you so much for being along with us, and of course, we're going to be here for a whole full hour. The name of the show is called The Coffee Hour. My name is Frank Allan, and of course, in this show, we meet each week at this time, each ding-dong week. And we invite everyone to come along, including you. We have our regular people who come along with us each week. So we thank you so much for being part of the action here each week, for putting up with us all of these years. And I want to take time to talk to the people who may be possibly new to the show, maybe here for the very first time. As the host of the show, I'm going to get things started. And while I'm doing it, you can chime in at any time you want. You have a keyboard on your computer, whether it's a laptop or desktop, your telephone, and even a tablet. Just type in whatever you want to talk about, and I will see you right there on the big screen. And of course, I will entertain all of your thoughts and ideas, because that's what the show is all about. We have free exchange of opinions and ideas on this show, and you can be part of it. And whatever your opinions are, we would like to hear it, because a lot of people have them, and we want you to be part of the action too. We have so many things to talk about today, and we are going to get right into the show. So let me remind you that we are on three different platforms, right? We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And no matter what platform you're watching us on, we invite you to stay there, because you're going to get the same show anyway. We just want you to know you have your choice of all three of those platforms. So, and wherever you are, if you would do me this favor, as I used to say in the old days in high school, if you do me a solid, I think they may still say that, I don't know. Whatever it is, if you could do me that honor of telling your family and friends about the show wherever they are, you know, you can call them up. But, you know, the best thing to do right now is cut and paste the platform that you're watching the show on. I already gave you all the three of the platforms that we're on right now. What I want you to do, if you would be kind enough to cut and paste that platform that you're on now and send it out to your friends, your dearest friends, even your family members, relatives, all of that, and let them know that we're out here. When they see that information coming from you, all they have to do is click onto it, and it brings them right here, right to your platform, but everyone can see them. So we invite you to do that right now. We've got all of that going on. And gee, I am so happy to see you guys out here today. It's always a great thing, and we get ready to start off our weekend. And in the show today, in conjunction with interacting with you, what we do is that we have our own little thing that we do on the show. We have our own little niche, as you can put it. And one of the things is sports. We got sports coming up. That's one of the first things we got going. And sports is coming up within this half hour of the hour. Brian Campbell is our sports guy, and he's been away for a while. But I am happy to announce that he's back. He's back. He started with us last night on Talkback Live, and he's back in action. He's back, and we're going to be talking to him, and we're going to get the sports from him. Now, as far as that goes, if you have any questions related to sports, anything like that, because there's a lot to talk about in sports, so many things to talk about. He had a lot to talk about last night, and I was happy to let him just fly off the handle with it, because that's the way, since he hasn't been here a long time. But if you have any questions sports related, ask him. You'll see him, because you'll see him live right here on YouTube and Facebook, except for Instagram. Now, Instagram, we don't have the luxury to have him on camera, but you'll get a chance to hear his voice. You could hear his voice, and you could still ask him questions as well. That's the only thing that changes. All right. But for all of you who are watching us on YouTube and Facebook, you'll get a chance to see him live. He'll come on and we'll have him on and he'll give you all of those sports. So we've got that coming along later on in the program, not too far away within this half hour. Not too far away, just minutes from now. He will be here delivering the latest developments in today's world of sports. Also, later on in the program, before the show is over, you know what I do each week, especially you guys who are new. What I do each week is I go into the vault of Turner Classic Movies. Now, each week, I give you my take on what's happening in the movie scene, right? Now, I love classic movies, and I know a lot of you who watch us enjoy classic movies too. So each week, I go into the vault of Turner Classic Movies and pick out the best movies I can find that are worth watching. So they're my picks for the week for your weekend. And I'm going to give you all of those movies later on, coming up later on in the show, just before the show is over. When we get to around the tail end of the show, before that's over, we'll give you all that information. Also, other information I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you my contact information later on in the program. So you'll be able to get in touch with me. And I have two of those to give to you that'll be coming up. All of that's coming up later on in the program. So with that being said, remember all of the views and the opinions expressed on this show, the Coffee Hour, does not necessarily reflect the view or the opinion of the people of Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Zoom, or any other social media outlet or broadcast facility. So let's get started. What do you say? We get started and do what we normally do. Let's raise our cups, our glasses, whatever your beverage is. I hope it's coffee this time of the day. Let's raise them. Because what would the coffee hour be without a little coffee? So, excuse me while I shoot up. It's regular coffee now. Last couple of weeks, I've been drinking iced coffee because it was so hot and humid in New York. We had a total heat wave. It's cooled down a lot. It's nice and not brisk, but nice cool breeze outside. And we have our weather forecast coming up later. I'll be telling you more about that. Want to say hello to Mary Reed out of Brooklyn, New York. Mary, thank you so much for being along with us. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. And you're right, we have great, amazing weather coming up in New York. Now, I want to find out more about the weather that's coming on around the world. And we'll see more about that. But in the meantime, as you come in, and those of you who want to indulge in conversation, we really would appreciate that because we love talking to you. Absolutely love talking to you. I mean, we love shooting the breeze at all times and just having a ball on the show. Now, for those of you who are new to the program and here for the very first time, you may not be one of the people that want to indulge in conversation right now. You may not want to do that just yet because maybe you want to make sense of the show and you just want to watch it. And we hope that while you're watching, you'll be able to stay with us for the whole full hour. And if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, maybe you'll come back again and again. Tell your family and friends about it too. But those of you who are going to indulge in conversation, what I want to ask you to do, and I always ask you this every week, to give us your weather forecast. Let us know what it's like. It doesn't have to be full blown, like you're a meteorologist or you're an expert on weather, nothing like that. Just let us know what it's like. You can do it by saying it's sunny out here, or we've got 85 degrees and sunny or cloudy or rainy or whatever. We're going up to whatever the high is today, something like that, or dropping an emoji so I could read the emoji and kind of figure out, well, you're going to get rain, you're going to get sun in the forecast wherever you are. Just as simple as that. We would like you to do that. And we're going to give you our weather forecast. That's why the people who are living in New York, like you, Mary, don't have to worry about it. The people living in New York don't have to worry about it because I'm going to take care of the weather. I'm going to take care of the local forecast in New York City so you guys can relax. But for the rest of you around the country and around the world, please, if you would do that, it's nothing mandatory. You don't have to, but I always ask people to do it because I like to compare notes to see what the weather is here in New York and the weather where you are. Okay. Now, those of you are maybe in the same time zone. Now, some of us are in different time zones. And if you're on the other side of the world, you may be 5 hours ahead of me, or for some people who are living in the United States, you may be 3 hours ahead of me or 3 hours behind me. I don't know. I don't know. But if you're on the West Coast, you're 3 hours behind me. So, whatever your time is right now, you look at your clock, that's what time we come in your area, only at the top of the hour, because it's 10 minutes past the hour right now. And we're coming live from New York. That's where we originate. And so we're on the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So it's 10 minutes after 10 o'clock here in New York City. But just because we just based in New York City, that doesn't mean at all that because we're based in New York City, that we stay in New York City. This show stays in New York City. It is in New York City. You can watch it in New York City, but guess what? You can watch it all around the world, anywhere you go. I don't care where it is. It could be Africa, Asia, Afghanistan, even on the Gulf of Mexico. Oops. Did I say that wrong? The Gulf of Mexico? Yes, I said it right. And I mean it. The Gulf of Mexico. Nothing changes there. It's the Gulf of Mexico. Anyway, wherever you are, you can catch us right there. And of course, we would like you to get in touch with us and let us know where you're coming from. And as I said later on in the program, I am going to give you my contact information so you can get in touch with us. Got a lot of things to look forward to today. And let's see. Mary says that I am healthy. Is that what that says? I'm looking a little closer. Heath, Heath. Am I reading that? Heath. That's Heath. Heath. I am Heath. You can be on a cruise also. That's right, Mary. That is correct. Absolutely. You're on the ball, Mary. Absolutely. Mary just brought up a point that if you're watching the show, I said no matter where you are, you could eat. If you're on a cruise ship right now, you could watch us. You could watch us because they have Wi-Fi on the ships. I think in some cases you have to pay for the Wi-Fi, but if you are so inclined to pay for the Wi-Fi, and if you have your Wi-Fi all set up, you could watch the show on a cruise ship. I'm not seasick at all. So when the ship is going, it doesn't shake anything. As a matter of fact, when you're on a cruise ship, you don't even feel anything. You don't even know you're on a cruise ship. You don't even feel the wobbling or the shaking or anything, unless, of course, it's high winds and every once in a while you feel a little rocky. But then that's when you realize you're on a ship. But yes, you could watch the show on a ship, on the cruise. And if you're going out fishing, if you're in your rowboat, you're out to sea and the towers are out there. And of course, you have all of the Wi-Fi. You can still watch the show no matter where you are. So we're all around the world. We cannot be escaped. That's for sure. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is the month of August. Here we are. And of course, this is a brand new month. We're August 8th. And usually we celebrate something in the month of August, but I don't see any special celebrations to be had in the month of August. But we are going to acknowledge a few things that the month of August will bring us, and the month of August have set aside to remind you of certain things. And one of the first things is this is National Dog Month. How about that, right? It's National Dog Month. And be kind to your dogs, right? It's National Dog Month, and it's right there, right? And whatever dog you own, be kind to it as it will be kind to you. So it's National Dog Month. Also, it's National Immunization Awareness Month. That means that you should be prepared for getting your vaccinations now. I mentioned last night on the show, at least in my area, I found out last night or early afternoon yesterday that they are available. Flu shots, COVID, and other vaccinations are available. So make sure you get yours. Starting next week, we're going to keep actually a constant reminder for you so you guys will know. Okay, so it's National Immunization Awareness Month right there for you. And oh, yes, it's also National Eye Examination Month. Yep. You want to make sure you want to check that out. Check out your eyes, make sure, because you want to continue to see what you see. And your eyes are important to me because we want to continue to watch this show. And I'm not just saying that to be selfish about it. I just want your eyesight to be absolutely perfect, as perfect can be. After all, nothing's really perfect, but you want the best for your eyesight. So continue to see your eye doctor. And if you have to wear your glasses and your contact lenses, do that. It's very important. So keep aware of all of that, right? It's because I like to see everything that goes on. You want to keep an eye on everything. So there you have it. It's National Dog Month. Oh, here's another thing that I'm not going to leave out. It's also Black Business Month. Now, African Americans who own, whether they're big businesses or small businesses, this month is set aside to acknowledge that for you, to acknowledge the fact that you own a business and people should shop in your stores or go out and buy your products or patronize your business. That's what we look for, Black Business Month. So there, and I support them. I do. So there you have all of those: National Dog Month, Black Business Month, National Immunization Awareness Month, and of course, National Eye Examination Month, right? You got all of that? Okay, I'm glad. Okay, want to say hi to all of you guys who are just coming in. The name of the show, of course, is The Coffee Hour. And Mary corrected, got me corrected. She corrected me now. What I thought was Heath, it was health. She said she's drinking a health drink. And so she's drinking her health drink. All right. So she'd rather not drink coffee, but she'd rather drink her health drink. And that's good. All right. There's Warren out there. We see Warren out there from North Carolina. He's out there from Greensboro, North Carolina. Good morning to you, Warren. Thanks for joining us. So we got Warren and Mary there, and we've got a few people coming on. Some of the people I see, they pop on, but they don't say anything. So we're going to respect the fact that they are not going to be acknowledged unless, of course, they say something first. Because a lot of people are like that. They don't want to do that. They don't want to put themselves out there. So unless you say anything, we'll just keep you private. But you continue to watch the show. Stay with us. Again, if you have a weather forecast for me, if you're out of town, Warren, give me yours if you will. If you're out of town, out of the country, give us your weather forecast and let us know what it's like because I want to compare notes. In the meantime, I've got the weather for New York. I'm going to give that to you right now. We're going to have a marvelous, Mary, listen to this. We're going to have a marvelous, but you already know that. You already mentioned it, but we're going to have a marvelous weekend weather-wise, and I'm going to look forward to it because right now we've got 75 degrees outdoors right now, 75 degrees. And remember when we had all of that crazy hot weather, it cooled off. It's going to be nice. We'll get most of the time, the temperatures will be in the 80s, but it's not going to be that drippy, humid kind of forecast that we've been enduring for the past couple of weeks. It looks good. So let me get started with the weather forecast right now. Right now, as I said, 70, did I say 75, 79 degrees? So it's going to be sunny skies today. We'll have a high 81 degrees. Winds will be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Nothing but sunshine all over the place. Sunshine and lollipops. For tonight, we got clear skies. We'll have a low near 65 degrees. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So far, so good. Tomorrow, Saturday, my favorite day of the weekend. Carbon copy of today. It is. It's going to be sunny skies, and we'll have a high only 83 degrees because today is going to be the high of 81. But we go two more notches for Saturday, but it's still going to be nice. Winds will be east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And if you're going out Saturday night, forget about the umbrella. Forget about it. I'm talking my Brooklyn accent now. Forget about it. Leave the umbrella home, right? We're going to have a few clouds for Saturday night. But there's no rain in the forecast. And the clouds will last from time to time. We'll have a low 67 degrees. Winds will be light and variable. And then we bounce back for Sunday. If you're going out to church, the umbrella, forget about it. It's going to be a few passing clouds. So otherwise, it's going to be generally sunny for Sunday. So you can go to church or do whatever you do on Sunday. We'll have a high around 86 degrees. And winds will be south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. How about that? Is that good enough for you? Repeating the current temperature, we have 75 degrees here in New York City, and those clouds will not be bothering us anytime. Okay, so we're going to be okay with that. Everything is going to be fine with that. Okay, I am so excited, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited because Brian Camp, who does the latest developments in today's world of sports, well, he's back with us. I didn't mention that. He's back with us. He's here live. He's here live. And everybody was looking forward to seeing him. And now he's at latest developments in the world of sports. So, ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands and help me welcome back to the fold, right there from Charlotte, North Carolina, Brian Camp. There you go. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes, good to be back. Good morning. First of all, good morning, Warren. Good morning, Mary. I know it's been a long time that you've seen me and everything. I was away for a while, as you know. I had a procedure done, and I'm doing better, a lot better. I would say I'm 80% better, 80%, not 100%. My schedule is still picked up. It's still busy. I had to go to rehab 6:30 this morning. So, again, just don't stop. I'm an early morning person. Get back. I was back by 8 o'clock and got the rest of the day to myself, believe it or not. So that's why it's very important for me to get off to an early start and to start out. And I'm glad to be back. I thank you for all the calls, all the prayers, well wishes from family and friends from far and near. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Believe me, your prayers and your encouraging words has strengthened me a lot. It really has. I do not take prayer for granted at all, and I just want to say thank you, thank you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be around the globe. I'm Brian Camp, live from the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina, where presently it's 71 degrees. Compared to what it was before, it's frigid. Okay, yeah, it's frigid and everything. But oh, thank you, Mary. I'm looking great. Mary, if you would have seen me 48 hours ago, from time of June 26th to now, I was looking like the late Charleston Heston from the Ten Commandments. I had a beard and the hair all over me. You thought I was one of the Hebrew brothers and everything. But once I got the okay, the green light where I could start driving again from my doctors, I shaved all of this off.
Would you ever consider it, growing it back and wearing it on the air?
Absolutely not. Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Because if you said that you would, you know what I would do? I would be in solidarity with you. I would do it. I don't normally grow a beard, except of course on the weekends when I don't have to do anything. But if you ever decide to go that avenue, let me know, and I'll be in solidarity with you.
No, because I was disguised. I had a cap on, I had a mask on, I didn't want nobody to see me. But this is I did back in 2020 during the pandemic when I had a little illness as well too, and I said I am not going to shave until I know that I'm completely healed and I'm good to go. And that's what I did in 2020. 5 years later, I'm just what I did in 2025. So I'm back to my old self. I must say, looking at myself in the monitor, I do look good though. Yeah, I must say yes. But it's good to be back, and a lot has been going on in the world of sports. There's a lot I gotta say. I'm gonna speak on about a touchy subject before this here ends. But right now we're gonna talk about the NFL, and that's part what I gotta talk about too. But ESPN is acquiring the NFL Network, um, and other NFL media's assets, including the rights to the league popular Red Zone channel. Now, let me tell you about the Red Zone channel. Red Zone channel, before ESPN got a hold of it, it was just a screen, a big old screen where you could see some red zone. Every time a team goes into the red zone, and basically you just, watching to see whether they're going to score. That's the only time that they put in. There's no sound. There's no announcer. That's why they call it the red zone. Only when you get to the opponent's 20-yard line or inside the 20, that's when they go to it. And so now ESPN has that now. In a deal that will see that the NFL will get 10% equity stake in the All Sports Network. Now, ESPN will also acquire the NFL fantasy product and merge it into existing platform, making ESPN fantasy football the official game of the NFL. Now, in a separate deal, the NFL also agreed to license to ESPN. ESPN stands for Entertainment Sports Programming Network, and the NFL content and intellectual property that will appear on the NFL Network and other assets. Now, the NFL Network will also be owned and operated by ESPN, which will control the network's digital rights, linear rights, and all that other stuff that goes along with it. Now, the NFL Network will be integrated. That means we'll be joined together into ESPN upcoming direct-to-consumer streaming product. Okay? Now, what that means, ESPN will have rights, the majority rights, but the owners will still remain as Walt Disney will own 80% and Hearst Communications will own 20%. Now, NFL players can breathe easy again. Now, I say that literally because despite confusion surrounding a league memo sent to clubs last week, it was about players will be able to whiff smelling salts during games this season, as long as they bring their own stash. Now, let's be careful how we say that's the word stash. Their own stuff, their own salt. Okay, we don't want no miscommunication where we bring your own stash. Not drugs. ESPN will obtain a message from the NFL Players Association, which is the union, that indicated that the union sought clarification on league's ammonia ban and received confirmation it only applied to clubs providing ammonia to players. Basically, what it means where player gets a little knocked out, maybe like a potential concussion. You got to bring him back to see whether or not if he's in his right mind with the little smelling salt and everything. So that was the big thing that was going on in like last couple of years or so or less. WrestleMania will be part of ESPN new direct-to-consumer streaming service starting in 2026. I tell you, ESPN has been busy a lot. Thanks to an agreement between the WWE, which stands for World Wrestling Entertainment, and ESPN. I tell you, ESPN has been on fire. The deal includes a two-night event such as WrestleMania and the Summertime Slam, plus other WWE premier live events. Produce the events for ESPN platforms, which includes the Royal Rumble and Survivor Series and Money in the Bank, which will serve as their exclusive U.S. domestic home. ESPN will launch its streaming service starting August 21st which is actually coming up soon, another week and a half from now, with a monthly payment of $29.99. Why did they say $29.99? Just say $30, okay? You're just trying to make it seem like it's in the 20s. You're paying in 20. It's $30. Just add a penny to it. It's $30 a month. But they want to make it seem so good, $29.99. I don't get that. Every time you go to the supermarket, the item costs $19.99. No, it's not it's not less than $20. It's going to be more than $20 when you add the taxes. I don't get it. But anyway, ESPN will also launch a streaming service, like I said, $29.99, and will keep the linear network's name as ESPN. In the NBA, a former Miami Heat security officer accused of selling stolen jersey and other memorabilia worth millions of dollars, Marcos Thomas Perez, 62 of Miami, was charged with transporting stolen goods in interstate commerce. Perez sold the items online to online brokers over a 3-year period. Authorities say Perez stole more than 100 stolen items for approximately $2 million across state lines from their facilities. If you do the crime, you got to do the time. Can't feel bad for you for that. Major League Baseball. Jen Powell is set to become the first woman umpire in Major League Baseball when she works games this weekend between the Miami Marlins and the Atlanta Braves. Now, Powell will work the bases on Saturday in a doubleheader at Truist Park in Atlanta, and she'll be behind home plate on Sunday. Now, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred says the patrol has earned this opportunity. 3-game set this weekend. So she earned it. Let's call it. She earned it. Now, in New York, there's a lot of rumbling and bumbling that's going on in New York with the Mets and the Yankees. This is not a good time to live in New York right now because the Mets and the Yankees are not doing well at all. They're not. The Mets have lost 8 out of the last 9 games. They're like fading away from winning their division. The Yankees are traveling to, the Mets is going to be traveling to Milwaukee, but the Yankees are going to be home in the Bronx to face their arch rivals, the Houston Astros. You're talking about sticking them to them. That's what the Astros are going to do. They are going to do that, and the Yankees are in danger of not making the playoffs. Let's be real about this. They still got a slim lead over the last wild card in the American League, and the Mets are fading backwards. So, New York fans, brace yourself. This is a very important weekend. Now, I want to talk about something that deals with a little politics. Not the guy who's sitting in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That has nothing to do with him, although it may have something to do with him. I don't usually watch preseason football at all, but I am going to watch it tonight. Shedeur Sanders, who is the son of Deion Sanders, has been making a lot of headline news. This man was picked to be number 3 in the pick in this last draft here, and all of a sudden he was picked as the 144th pick in this draft. A lot of stuff that's been going on. A lot of I would say blackballing, if I have to use the word. A lot of blackballing. Now, when you being blackballed, that could fall under the line of, I don't want to use a race card, but yeah, let's just say it could be on the line of the race card. I know a lot of black athletes like Mark Jackson can't get a job as a coach. Shedeur Sanders was highly recommended as to be a top first-round draft pick. And here it is with these owners, these old, drawn-out, Geritol owners who just will hold grudges they will blackball you. When they get together, they will get together and they will blackball you. Here it is. Because his father, Shadir Sanders' father, is Deion Sanders, who was the most decorated football athlete of our time. Here it is. This man was supposed to have a high draft pick, which money involved. But somehow the owners, this is my opinion, I could be wrong, and I'm hoping that I am wrong, that they wanted to hold this man back so he won't get that kind of money. But I'll say this. I hope tonight in this preseason game against the Carolina Panthers that Shadir Sanders will ball out. The problem is he being set up for failure because his third string team is going to be on the field, not his first string team. So is there a possibility that he could be set up? This is what angers me about sport, about politics in sports. Leave it. Get out of it. We need more minority owners in the NFL. I said it. Yes, I said it. We need more minority owners in the NFL because I truly believe, and I'm hoping I'm wrong, they're really planning to set him up. And if that's the case, I'm be very angry. As much as I love football, I don't like the BS that goes behind it in the politics. So I encourage everybody. If you're a fan of football and if you like Deion Sanders and his family, you would understand where I'm coming from. This day in sports, August 8th, 1920, the Tigers beat the New York Yankees 1-0 in the shortest American League game ever, lasting 73 minutes. 1970, Casey Stengel, honored by his number being retired, his number 37. He managed from 1949 to 1960. He's a 7-time World Series title champion in 10 appearances. So he went 7-3. 1972, New York Yankees signed a 30-year lease to play a remodel at Yankee Stadium. They tore it down and they rebuilt it in the same spot in 1976. Speaking of 1976, the Chicago White Sox wear shorts for the first game the first time ever in a game against I forget who they play, but it was the first time they wore shorts instead of the regular long pants. That game was on TV. I did see that game. 1988, the Cubs and Phillies attempted to play the first night game at Wrigley Field, but it rained. It rained out, so they had to play it the next day. 1990, Carlton Fisk and ties Johnny Bench by hitting his 327th home run, which tied a major league record for catchers at that time. He eventually broke the record. 2004, John Elway is inducted into Football Hall of Fame. Birthdays, 1936, Frank Howard, Major League Baseball first baseman, World Series champion, was born in Columbus, Ohio. 1981, tennis legend Roger Federer, 20 times Grand Slam title, was born in Baumgarten, Switzerland. And 1996, A.J. Wilson, who was one of the biggest stars in the WNBA, her birthday was born in Hopkins, South Carolina. And ladies and gentlemen, that is sports. But before I hand it back to you, there was something that was very important in the month of August, history. It was the voters' rights that was signed on August 6, 1965. Remember that to all African Americans. Back to you.
That's funny that you mentioned that because when I on the show last night, Talk Back Live, where I do this day in history, I announced that. So you're absolutely right about 1957. Was it 1957? Actually,
55.
It was 55. Well, they gave me the wrong information. They said
1955 was the voting rights. Okay. 1964, the year before that, was the civil rights.
Mm.
President Lyndon Johnson signed both of them and that's the change of the reconstruction of what Republicans were. They say it was more like switched around because back then it was the Democrats that was the ones that started slavery and everything. But during that time, the President Johnson, who was under a lot of pressure by not only by Dr. King, but a lot of his fellow colleagues who was putting a lot of pressure on him, he was forced to really sign the voters' rights and the civil rights.
Yeah. And there you have it. Mary reminds us that Liberty beat Dallas. Liberty beat Dallas. Know anything about
that's probably a WNBA game.
Yeah, I guess that's what she's up. I think she's up on those WNBA games.
Well, good for you, man. I'm glad that somebody's watching the WNBA. I do watch the WNBA games too. It's just that there's a lot on my plate where I can't watch everything, and sometimes I do need to take a rest too. I'm trying to get my strength back. As you know, get the strength back. So yes.
There are so many sports channels. It's hard to keep up with all the games. It's hard, I mean, you're naturally going to watch your favorite team, whatever it is. When in baseball season, you're going to watch your favorite team. Your football season and your basketball season, you're going to watch your favorite team, and it's hard to keep up with the others. Unless, of course, you have one of those TVs where you have the multiple screening TVs. Do they still make those things?
Oh, you mean multiple screens, like in a sports bar where you could see a game?
Yeah, on one screen. They used to make those TVs where you could monitor one. You watch one particular, the big screen, and then you have the little icons of another station that whatever of your choosing, and you can watch another game at the same time.
Sure, I'm pretty sure they do.
Yeah.
If you have one of those humongous man cave, you could watch anything you want. You have to have like one of those long ones where you go from TV to TV and entertain. Yeah,
Yeah, like you say in the sports bar, they have multiple TVs, so you can go around from one part of the bar to the other, and keep it up that way. And in TV stations, of course, they do that too. When I worked in a TV station in the control room, they have all of those monitors. They have monitors all over the place, and they have to because they want to keep up with various news items from one station to another. A lot of things happen. Yeah, but it's hard to keep up with sports. There's so many sports channels. We have them all, but it's hard to keep up with them all. Hey, did you know? I don't know if you heard about it. They're finally putting together. We're finally getting our first female Major League Baseball umpire.
Yeah, I just announced it.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
She's
going to be Saturday. She'll be on the bases. I don't know which bases that she'll be on. She's going to do both dual in a double header, and Sunday she'll be behind home plate.
Yeah.
I
look at her face. She looks like umpire material.
Oh yeah.
She looks like umpire material. I wish her a lot of luck. I think it's about time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it's about time. When we first got our first African American umpire, Emmett. What was his last name?
Yeah, forget his name. Yeah, his name escapes me. I have it somewhere written down.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's good to have women in sports and managing and coaching. I know there's a debate: should a woman be a head coach of an NBA professional team, or should a man coach in the WNBA? Listen, if you fit for the job, and if you're doing well with the job, yeah, why not? I don't have a problem with it at all. Because they got freeze too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, listen. What's your schedule out for next week? I know you said you may not be able to do next Saturday, or is it both weeks?
Well, I should be ready for Thursday. Friday, I might be en route. I will be en route to New York. I got to go to a wedding.
All right.
So I'm not quite sure about Friday. If that, I might be between Delaware and Maryland around that time. morning.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what happens. Yeah,
Yeah,
see
yeah.
what happens.
Well, you let me know how you're going to work that out, but we can depend on you for Thursday. That's for sure, right? On Talk Back Live.
God's
Hey,
willing. Thursday. Yes.
it's man, it's a pleasure. I welcome you back. I'm glad that you're back.
Thank you.
And as Mary said, you do look great, and
Thank
everything's fine. So we're going to work on getting you back to 100%. It takes
you. Yeah,
time. It takes
takes time.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat,
Um,
but yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You know, I had to work out today for my rehab, and it was intense, which I like it when it's intense. That means I'm getting stronger and better. But
yeah. Yeah.
today's gonna be a rest day.
Yeah. I'm glad to know that now you can see the list of people who come in who talk now.
I see not quite. I can see the comments. I can't see who's in or who's that. You know, I'm still working on that though. I was able to see Warren's comments and Mary's comments, but I don't know who else is in though.
Well, that's right now. That's about it for now.
Okay.
So yeah, so you got it. You got it in full. I think you're okay. I think you're
Okay.
okay. We were worried about that before, but now everything is okay. We fixed the problem. We fixed the
Great.
problem. Let's try to do
Great.
that. Okay, Brian. Look, hey, have yourself a great weekend and enjoy it. The weather's going to be nice in the Queen City.
It's supposed to be a little cloudy, but I'm going to try to get on the smoker. Just don't tell nobody.
Okay. I just enjoy the weekend. That's the most important thing. Okay.
Got
Okay.
it.
We'll catch you back here next weekend. Next week.
Bye bye.
Take care. That's Brian Camp, ladies and gentlemen, with the latest developments in today's world of sports. I am glad he's back. I'm glad he's back. He's back here and he's doing his thing. Thank you for joining us. Warren has 65 degrees and partly cloudy over there where he resides in Greensville, North Carolina. And so it looks not bad over there. And as I said, here in New York, we've got some weather coming along. So we brace ourselves for that and get things rolling. And as I said, the name of the show is called The Coffee Hour, and we're going to be here for the remaining of the hour. Muhammad Ali, the youngest brother of Muhammad Ali and a former boxer, has died. Muhammad died last Friday. He was born Rudolph Arent Clay. Muhammad was a year and a half younger than his older brother. His cause of death was not released. Muhammad Ali's funeral will be arranged. It was announced that it will be arranged at a later date. He's 82 years old. Lonnie Anderson, who played a struggling radio station's empowered receptionist on the hit TV comedy WKRP in Cincinnati, died Sunday, just days before her 80th birthday. Anderson died at the Los Angeles hospital following prolonged illness. WKRP in Cincinnati aired from 1978 to 1982 as the station's receptionist, blonde and high-heeled Jennifer, routinely deflected unwanted business calls for her boss, Mr. Carlson. The role earned Anderson 2 Emmy nominations and 3 Golden Globe nominations. Eddie Palmieri, a Grammy-winning pianist and bandleader who helped define Latin jazz, has died. The famed musician died Wednesday, according to Final Records, a label responsible for several of his hit albums. The musician's youngest daughter, Gabrielle Palmieri, said that her father died following an extended illness, and he was 88 years old. Jonathan Kaplan, director of TV and films, including The Accused, who was Emmy nominated 5 times for ER, died last Friday in Los Angeles. His daughter Molly said that the cause was advanced liver cancer. He was 77 years old. Hip-hop artist Soulja Boy was arrested early last Sunday following a traffic stop on suspicion of being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. Soulja Boy, whose real name is DeAndre Cortez Way, was a passenger during a traffic stop at 2:35 a.m. and was arrested. Way was booked into jail in Los Angeles Police Department, Wilshire Division, a little after 6 a.m. And additional information on what prompted the stop and who else was in the vehicle was not immediately available. Even if it didn't take the box office last weekend, The Naked Gun has certainly won over critics. The 2025 reboot starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson is currently sitting at 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's based on a whopping 232 viewers or reviews. The comedy is based on a 1988 classic, The Naked Gun, from the files of Police Squad, which starred the late, great Leslie Nielsen. And when the reboot was officially greenlit in 2022, fans were curious whether or not Nielsen could accurately fill the shoes of Nielsen, who died in 2010 at the age of 84 years old. But it seems that he was the taken star was given the opportunity and, of course, said that he would live up to the task. So you'll have to judge that for yourself when you see it. Birthdays today. Actor Harry Crosby, that's the son of Bing Crosby, is 67 years old today. New news anchor Deborah Norville is 67 as well. Journalist Nancy Glass is 70. Actress Connie Stevens is 87 years old today. Actor Dustin Hoffman is 88. R&B singer, the late Joe Tex, would have been 90. Country singer Mel Tillis would have been 93. Swimmer actress Esther Williams would have been 105. Blues singer Jimmy Witherspoon would have been 105. I'm sorry, Esther would have been 104. And jazz saxophonist Benny Carter would have been 118 years old. So happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating in the world of music. Happy birthday to you. And for the ones who are no longer with us, you left us a legacy, so we'll always remember that. So happy birthday to all of you. And if you're celebrating a birthday anytime soon, maybe tomorrow, next week or so, and you would like us to announce it here, of course, you can do it yourself by coming on the show and doing what everybody else do. They get online and they say, today is my birthday. And we say happy birthday to you, right? But if you want us to do it, and you don't want to go out there, like if you're a shy person and you don't want to do that, we'll do it for you. All right. And my information, I have two pieces of information that you can contact me with. I'm going to give you my email address and my telephone number. We're going to start with the email address. How about that? The email address is Frank Allan Prod. Allan is spelled Allan. Get that right because it's very important if you want to get in with the email, if you want us to receive it. Allan, Prod is Prod, that's short for productions. Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. That's Frank Allan Prod at AOL.com. My telephone number is 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. Remember that you don't necessarily have to have a birthday to get in touch with me. You can get in touch with me just to say hi, or if you want to talk about the show or critique the show, or maybe have ideas that we may implement in the show, anything at all that you want to communicate. You want to talk about sports, you want to talk about a relationship or anything like that. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a love doctor or anything, but I've been around. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, use that information at any time. It's 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. You can email us or call us and leave a message or whatever. And by the way, keep all of that information in all of your electronic devices, such as your cell phone and your computers, be it laptop or desktop, and of course your tablets as well. So this way, in case you can't get access to one item, you have another item and you just go right in there and you could use the information that I gave you anytime you want. Again, it's 24 hours a day, 365 days out of the year. Please do that, okay? And we'd be looking forward to hearing from you. We love it. So let me give you the email address once again. It's frankallanprod at AOL.com. That's frankallanprod at AOL.com. Telephone number, once again, it's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. That's 641-715-3900, extension 467134. I had so many other things to talk about, but I can't fit everything in the show. But this is one thing I wanted to talk about. Do you know that RFK, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., if you didn't hear about it, he's canceling $500 million for funding for vaccine development. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's why I say if you're inclined to take vaccinations, and there are a few that you need to take, please do that. For those of you who do not want to take vaccinations or don't believe in vaccinations, just don't do it. But don't hinder the people who once maybe just like you, but decided that they want to take it. Don't sway them not to take it if they want to take it. All right. You get your vaccinations. And the upcoming weeks, I will let you know what vaccinations are available to all of you who are inclined to do so. And in conjunction of taking your vaccinations, eat properly, right? Lots of fruits and vegetables, right? And berries, if you're having fruits, all kinds of great berries are good. I love all kinds of, grapes, cherries, and your berries. I love raspberries, blueberries, uh, all kinds of berries. My favorite berry, holly berry, and all of those great berries that you enjoy so much, you can have them. Just make sure that you eat well and you'll live long. Okay, I have movies to tell you about. And this week, I only have 3 movies to talk to you about. 3 movies. There are classic movies from Turner Classic Movies. Now, those of you who know that the weekend is here, it's coming up, and you can do anything you want on the weekend. But if you're so inclined to use the weekend to watch all of the movies that are appealing to you, there are new movies that are coming out. You could watch them all. But I have classic movies that I want to add to your bucket list on what to watch, and I think you'll love them. Let's start off in 1958, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, starring Elizabeth Taylor, Paul Newman, and Burl Ives. You can check that out come Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. It's a great movie. It's a color movie. As a matter of fact, all of the movies, except for maybe one, are color movies that I have. Or maybe this next movie, I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was color or black and white. It doesn't matter. It's a classic from 1958 called Teacher's Pet, starring Clark Gable, Doris Day, and Gig Young. So on Turner Classic Movies, and you can check that out Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. They're all on reasonable time. And here's another one that I think you'll like called The Misfits from 1961. Another Clark Gable movie with Marilyn Monroe and Montgomery Clift. And you can see this on Turner Classic Movies. That's Sunday at 10:15 p.m. Eastern. Now, if you don't get a chance to watch these movies in real time, you can always DVR them if you still have your cable box. DVR them and watch them at your very own time convenience. That'll be good. And enjoy it. Now, go to Turner Classic Movies if you still have your cable and go to the listing, okay, of all of the movies that's on Turner Classic Movies. That's the program guide. And you'll see more movies that you may like that may be appealing to you that I didn't mention, only because these are my picks of the week. You could add those to your bucket list. Now, whatever I pick for the week, that's why I always send you to Turner Classic Movies to see what else is available for the weekend so that you can enjoy, okay? And while you're there, go on demand where you can see the free movies and their pay-per-view movies and all kinds of good stuff. You have children's programs, sporting events, and all of the networks are there. And of course, documentaries, which I like so much. You have them all. All right, so let me give you these movies once again. Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Elizabeth Taylor, Paul Newman, and Burl Ives. That's Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Teacher's Pet from 1958, Clark Gable, Doris Day, and Gig Young. That's Turner Classic Movies. That's Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then you have The Misfits with Clark Gable, Marilyn Monroe, and Montgomery Clift. And you can see that Sunday at 10:15 p.m. those are my picks of the week. I hope you get a chance to watch these movies. They're very good movies, and I steer you no wrong. Okay? And for those of you who have like the good streaming movies, let's see, like Netflix, and you got a lot to choose from, so you're very resourceful. Okay. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me. My weekend is officially underway. However, I am going to ask you to come back with us and join us on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Talk Back Live. As you know, Brian is back, so he's going to be back with us with the latest developments in today's world of sports on Sports Update. We look forward to seeing you then. Please be around with us. And for other than that, you can check us out here on next Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern for more of the coffee hour. We'll have sports. Brian may and may not be here, but nevertheless, we're going to be covering all of that. Remember, when you go on to my page, my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. We really appreciate that. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a great day and a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
You've been watching The Coffee Hour with your host Frank Allan. The producer has been Al Dale. Technical assistant Dave Taylor. Research by Sandy Pierce. And I'm your announcer Donna Stanky. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on The Coffee Hour.